Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. I'm analyzing it and speculating. I don't know, man. I don't have the introduction vibes right now, so let's just dive in to where Sora dives down. We're going to start right off the bat with an absolutely ridiculous thought, and I'm doing this because it's the first thought that came to my mind as I watched this trailer, and it starts with this quote: "Don't assume your dreams are just fantasy. If you can imagine a world, believe in it and dive in." So, the word dive, okay? I mean, like, initially the idea is, oh, they said dive, and now, look, Sora is totally diving from the sky. It's wow! But when my brain heard the word dive, it immediately thought, man, like diving into the dream worlds? Is it like that? And I mean, sure, Sora is skydiving into Olympus. Is Olympus a sleeping world? Because the only time you've ever dived has been in 3D, and when you dive, you're diving into a dream. It seems really far out, but I wouldn't be surprised if Papa Nomura put some craziness like that. Just putting it out there. So we have Sora skydiving down into Olympus, and a couple nice things to note here. We have the peak of Mount Olympus right at the far distance there. There's a nice little squiggly white line coming from the mountain, which is very similar to the squiggly white line over here, and more squiggly white lines that show up once Sora's on the ground. We also have some floating platforms. There's a nice little chest on there, so there must be some way to get to them. And I was wondering while looking at this, because Disney is so serious about their stuff, I was wondering if there's any realism to the actual design of Olympus and how that compares to the game's design of it. So I did look up some concept art, and I checked out the scenes in the movie that show Olympus, and surprisingly, you see very little Olympus in Hercules. There are like 2 scenes, and it's just a gate and some pillars. That's literally it. So there's not much to see. But within the concept art, I did notice something interesting, and this might justify the fact that this is not a dream. This might also prove that, you know what, just look at this. See this? This is this creature cloud is this creature cloud, which it's pretty cool. So, you know, they clearly had looked at the concept art when they designed this, and if you look opposite the creature cloud, there is a higher platform. That could be the platform from which Sora is diving. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? Yeah, I'm analyzing the kerfuffle out of this one. That's an interesting thing to note. There might be, you know, it might just be like an animation that Sora transitions into if he falls from a certain height, rather than, you know, entering the worlds this way. That's what I think. That's my justification. We'll find out. Or it's all a dream. It's all a dream. No. So, Sora's diving. We have a lot of lit buildings which seem to serve no purpose other than being decorative. Here's an interesting, if you look between Sora's legs, okay, there's a platform which can be walked up to, and it's kind of a dead end, which makes me wonder if this is, if you know, if something relevant happens here. It could be like an important cutscene or something that takes place in this area, because it's just a dead end. As we go further down, we have some Heartless popping into existence. And right over here you see there's another rail which goes throughout the clouds. So there's a whole system of rails that you can travel through in and outside of clouds, which is pretty cool. I also want to mention these blue gems that you see. I think they're gems because they're not moving, but that are on these little pedestals. Keep that in your brain, right? We'll get to that. We have Sora transitions into a lovely little animation. We have a dive attack prompt, so, you know, I guess this is standard now. And here he has the Kingdom Key, and now he's using the Olympus Colosseum Keyblade, which I am not a fan of. I don't want to hit people with a man chest. I don't know, man. Anyway, remember those gems I mentioned? Take a look at them. This time, the gems are purple, where previously they were like a they were blue. They were blue. We have these Minotaur Heartless dudes who we saw from the previous trailers, so nothing too new there. We have some generic soldiers as well. And here we have a nice little counting clock. We have our form change. So here Sora's Keyblade is transforming into the shield that we've seen before. This is his supposed god form. Points for the glowing pants. Love them glowing pants. God form now officially is called Counter Shield. The Keyblade transforms with the drive. What does that mean? I don't know. So I mean, this kind of shows that drive forms are essentially command styles, which is fine, I guess. Command styles were cool. I prefer drive. Goofy becomes obsolete.
Yuck.
I'd also like to point out how amazingly nimble Goofy is here. Check this out, right? Look at this. Goofy is flying. He's straight up drop kicking some random soldier in the sky. But check this out. He bounces off of the soldier, right? Freaking jumps backwards, evading the guard fists, all of them. Look at that, look at that. And once he lands, he's not done. No, he's straight up matrix in your face to dodge that final fist. Look at that. That is amazing. This guy is so determined to prove that his shield is still worth a thing. Great. So purple gems again, blue gems again. I'm wondering if these gems have some kind of purpose, like a puzzle element of the world. I think that might be the case. Shot locks are back. Shot locks are going to be in KHIII. We knew this already. In the menu we have an unleash and a flow chain option. Flow chain would probably be what we saw in the E3 trailer before, and unleash would be what he's doing right now. Summoning a giant bowling ball from the sky and grinding it into heavenly rain. And the beauty of it is literally not doing anything. The enemies don't seem to be getting hurt. So here in the next scene we see second form, which I'm pretty sure is safe to say it's limit form from Kingdom Hearts 2. We're seeing him use moves like Stun Impact from KH1 and Magnet Splash from KH2, so it seems to be a combo of all the favorites. Sonic Blade as well. There's some of those classic KH2 combos. There's also a nice little spot here, a little circular area with pots. I'm hoping that's a puzzle element too. This inconspicuous chamber at the end there as well. We still have gems going on. And look at this. Look at this. Here there's a blue gem and a red gem. I swear this is a puzzle element. I don't know why no one has picked up on this. Maybe it's just really obvious and I'm just really stupid. So here we have a limit with Goofy and Sora. I love how Donald serves pretty much zero purpose in this trailer. Good on you, Square. We have this random lightning imagery happening around Goofy and Sora's face. It might just be an aesthetic thing to say like, hey, this is happening now, or it could be an indicator that says, hey, you can do this now. I don't know, but I'm really amazed Goofy does not stop his showing off skills because he literally projects fire from his boots. Truly, Goofy is the one. I mean, look at that. And despite being so amazing, he still let Sora hurdle him into the ground. And it's feet first. Okay, cool. From this side we have a lot of cool a nice view of the other Heartless. We've got these Archer Heartless with the two hats. I know I've seen the designs before. For the life of me, I don't remember where. I'm wondering if it was in Unchained Key. Union Cross. I almost think that these guys are in Union Cross. I can be wrong. Tell me where they're from. But this is not the first time we've seen them. Same Minotaur Heartless, and we've got these flying gladiator guys who've also been in previous trailers. Okay, and then we come to our first little tidbit of story information. This is beautiful. We start off with the most important part of this scene. Pete's zippers. Look at that glory. Look at it. Little glowing lines between each little zip tooth with the texture of his pants. It is gorgeous. Little known fact, but if you look inside the reflection of one of his buttons, one of those little studs, you can actually see the coordinates for the location of the black box. So that's cool. The lip sync on Pete looks decent. I almost feel like it was better in Kingdom Hearts 2, but I'm sure, things will fix up. Seems a little loose-lipped. And here is the star of the show. Oh, Hades, you sexy chin. He has the smoothest hair I've ever seen. He looks absolutely fantastic. Lots of nice little blue glows on his skin. This should be a meme. Someone please make this a meme. So, I mean, there's not much else to say here. The background is pretty straightforward. Hades is interacting with our big bads, which is great. We want that old Kingdom Hearts 1 villain relevance to come back. Maleficent clearly needs some sleep. I think she's lost way too much over the course of, she's been doing too much reading. Dead Book of Prophecies got her up at night. She can barely keep her eyes open. Shame. She looks really tired. Hades has these tiny elf ears, which I've really never noticed before. Like, I never thought that Hades actually had ears, but there's the proof. Yes, he's little baby elf ears. It's really adorable. It kind of makes me look at him in a whole new light. An interesting thing to note about the animation is when he blinks, right? And this is a random thing to say, but I mean, I really have to dig because everyone else has analyzed this already, and I gotta bring you guys some fresh content. But when he blinks, look at his eyes. The yellow of his eye actually shrinks. It's freaky into his head when his eyelids close. Look at that. And then they re-expand as he opens his eyes. Really weird. I wonder what that looks like from the front. This shot purely exists for us to see his glorious hair. Look at that. That is as smooth as a cape flowing in old Dragon Ball Z episodes. It's so beautiful and repetitive and Alright, now we see Sora in his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. So what does this mean? It either means we're getting our new dads in Olympus, you know, granted by the gods. That would be freaking cool. Or we make repeated visits to Olympus. But regardless, there he is in his old outfit, which I'm gonna miss. Honestly, I'm gonna miss that outfit. I've really grown attached to it. Kingdom Hearts 1 suit can just bugger off. But this is looking fresh. I mean, we saw us running along this linear pathway. Okay, fine. I mean, I suppose Kingdom Hearts has always been linear, and I'm hoping there's going to be a little more openness to it, like some of the parts in 0.2, not most of them. But we see the Rock Titan again. He looks great. There's lightning reflecting off of his beautiful, manly chest. We have lots of rain particles all over the place. We have rocks going places, and we have lovely cutscene to gameplay transition that Nomura has been talking about for so long. You finally got it, buddy. Okay, we've got some lightning representation. Like I know before in the trailers we've seen the Keyblade glows when it's about to cast. What's nice to note here is that the light which the Keyblade is emitting is actually reflecting, shining on the rock. So that is really cool. Just my opinion. Casting Thundaga. Will we have the high level magic in the beginning of the game? I hope not. I get we've been grinding for it for, you know, in every game, but Sora, it was stated that Sora would be starting over. I hope not. I think this is just to show things off. Either that or we have to get like way more magic upgrades throughout the course of the game. Otherwise I'm gonna feel like I'm missing something, you know? So this thunder kind of prompts him to activate Thundaza. The hell is Thundaza? So we've had, okay, so throughout Kingdom Hearts we've had Za spells, we've had Ja spells, and we've had gun spells, right? And the difference between all three of these, wait for it, is absolutely nothing. They're exactly the same. They're all the same. It's 4th tier magic. They just can't make up their minds of where they want it to go. To be Za, Ja, or Gun. I was kind of into the gun thing. Za, not so much. But it's fine. It's fine. I would also like to point out that this large body is smiling. Clearly has some kind of masochistic fetish. Cool new features, Nomura. I like it. So here we have Sora performing combos which lead up to a second form prompt. So how to activate it, I don't know. What? So this, now we're in this hallway, you know, which is, it's going to be part of Olympus, obviously. And what I love about this scene is we finally see some Donald. And we see even more how useless Donald is. First frame is Donald just chilling, like way up there against the wall. For some reason. There's no enemy there. He's just up there. Gosh. Okay. I mean, Goofy is running into action, you know, he's doing his thing. Goofy's already proven himself. The guy's nuts. The guy is absolutely nuts. We have Eroga here, which looks really nice. Looks much fresher than the first time we saw the Aero magic, which is, you know, it could just be upgraded. I'm hoping that's the case. They're just showing things off. We have new enemies here, these shiny green guys. They're probably just updated green Requiems. Although they are casting Aero magic, which is something the Requiems didn't do, so maybe not. This is interesting. So while in Counter Guard, Sora's magic seems to change. And here where he casts Thunder, or Thundaga, it actually takes a form to complement the style, which is, you know, creating a ring of thunder to defend him. Really pretty. We have our second form transformation. It might just be triggered with the Kingdom Key. It might be the Kingdom Key's transformation. Now that I think about it, as you know, the Olympus Keyblade has the Counter Guard, the Kingdom Key's activation could be that. We have some trap stun. Beautiful. Looks bigger, looks better. Hercules is not doing anything. But big surprise there. Maybe the Heartless had barrels. We see this beautiful scene again. Running up the wall. The glistening, the rain. The boulders are falling differently. They're bouncing off of the wall. Like, I don't know if it's scripted or if it's physics, but it's great. Flow motion attacks. Part of the boss fight. You run up the wall. Smack him in the shins. Get knocked down. Do some random physics defying bounce and go back up. I don't mind. I love that. Keep doing that. I want more of it. Okay. So here's the biggest part of the scene, right? The biggest part of the trailer where everyone lost their freaking faces. We see Xemnas and Ansem. And I'd like to say, right, everything in this trailer looks way good. It looks lovely. It looks updated. It looks crisp. Except this. Like, I know there are gonna be differing opinions, but what is going on with this guy's face? Look at him. Look at him. Like, Xemnas looks okay. I feel like this is an in-between stage. I feel like they're going to improve on it more. Xemnas has these tiny eyes. So does Ansem. They look beady as a mother's pearl. So I'm really hoping that this is an intermediate stage. The models are going to be improved. I think they are, because we did see this random kind of effect in the beginning. I can accept that if it is going to improve. They talk about Roxas. Wow, that's really great. I completely lost it on the inside, of course, because I'm a man who cries. Lots of Roxas. The mansion looks nice. I love the leaves and the shadows, and everything looks absolutely beautiful. Not much to analyze otherwise. Sora finally has to face the darkness, and yes, it's coming from Xemnas. You know, it's sketchy. Xemnas is always manipulating things to make things go the way the things he wants to think, but I really hope this is the case, because it is what we need. Characters like Roxas and Riku have grown, and Axel as Lee have grown and developed so much. You get attached to them, and Sora hasn't had much of that development, and we've seen in 3D that his heart is weak to it, despite his good nature. And this is exactly what we need. We need Kingdom Hearts 3 to be the game where Sora has to face his flaws, and he has to have a reason to actually fight Xemnas, because he's just there. Aqua has more reason than Sora does. But anyway, motives and flaws. This is great. This is excellent. This is what Kingdom Hearts 3 needs. So I'm very excited. We get the finger, and we finally get to see Sora in his new look. Sora looks absolutely great. I love it. I know not everyone is a fan. I think he looks way better than he did before. His hair looks great. His face looks acceptable. Clothing, yes. Goofy, dig that. I dig your style. So here's the last thing I want to discuss, right? At the end of the trailer, we have this picture, introduction to a new world, and Sora's new Keyblade transformation. And obviously the transformation, you know, we're assuming that it's supposed to allude to to the new world. And people are saying it looks kind of like a ship. I disagree. I don't have the slightest idea what movie this could be alluding to. I love me some Disney. Don't know where this comes from. I don't know if it's just a troll, but somebody please tell me if this makes you think of anything. They're clearly illuminating a part of the picture. They want us to guess what's going on. And you know what? I can't guess. I don't know. I'm not made of magic. I'm just a guy. You can do it. Comment time. Let's do comments. Let's discuss what we think this could be. Expect me to really just be a grouch and shoot down all your opinions. Wow, that is great motive for commenting. Way to go, man. But yeah, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more content. I will be covering the next stuff and other stuff, and look at me using my words. It's great. Subscribe, because, you should. If the video gets a lot of traffic, it's going to motivate me to do more Kingdom Hearts stuff. I'm going to do more anyway, because screw the rules. I don't have money. Thank you again for watching, and peace.